What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today 2021 Thunder Valley has just been released by Agitato, and I thought it might be a good idea if I just record my first time playing through one of these tracks that I believe will probably be in future series, like organised events. It'd be kind of similar to a track walk, only difference really being in track walks I'll tend to go off topic a little bit and just talk about kind of what's happening outside of the track as well. Well, this will be more focused on the track itself and how I approach a new track, and just my thoughts on the track as I go, really. So first things first, just going to copy a random setup from anywhere, and this is literally me hopping onto the track for the first time and trying to work out where I go and what I do. So first things first, it might be best if I start on the actual start line. So if my knowledge treats me well, I know exactly where it is from watching all the AMA races. So I suppose this is a good chance as well, just to, from the get-go, get an idea of what the traction's like on the track. So I didn't lean too far forwards right there, and in second gear, to me that tells me that this track isn't like super overly grippy. If the track had a bit more traction, my front wheel probably would have come up there. Just going off of that turn one, by the looks of it already, there's some good line choice. Usually some tracks you just get an outside and nothing else. This looks quite good, so literally 4 different options you can take in this corner, which lends itself quite well to when the track's getting really rough and you have to change your line up a little bit. Oh, okay, so not as much of a takeoff on that jump as I thought there was. I would expect that to be a bit steeper, but I'll take note of that for the next lap as well. I'm on the 250 again today, after last night's not so fun PDSX 450 race. I thought I might just go back to the 250s again for a while, just see if I have any better luck. And oh, Jesus, okay, I need to slow down a whole lot more for that downhill. And I noticed there was, you couldn't really see them, but you could feel there was like little choppy braking bumps going down the hill as well, so like pre-built into the track, which is good. I'm pretty sure that's not how you meant to up this hill. That's fine. I'm pretty sure doubling your way up those will be faster than trying to skim them. There was an incident outside there. Okay, you can launch down this, no problem. Get on the brakes hard here, I don't know what's coming up. Looks like that outside there can hold you pretty well, so you might be able to get a bit more speed going down there. Tight inside, then inside again, that's to be expected from going off of real life. I'm going to send this one as hard as I can, and yep, no, that's fine. You might have to check up a little bit on a 450 flat actually. Lots of choppy little bumps down this hill. Just trying to remember what comes up after that. So a little right, some more choppy bumps. Quite a fast track actually on the surface. Can I still get over this easily? Yeah, okay, so no need to shut off for the roller before that jump. Couple rollers into the corner. You might be able to double that inside. That looks fairly doable. Another corner with some multiple line choices. The ruts are fairly deep, which is good actually. So it looks like one of those where if you get into it just right, you can just haul ass around the corner. But if you lean over too far, I reckon your front end will dip in a bit there, and you'll lose the front end in the corner. No struggles over that triple either. I thought some of these jumps might be a bit difficult on the 250, but they all seem fairly straightforward. More big ruts there. Can I double through here? I reckon I will be able to, barely. Oh, stay alive. Oh, and thank God there's no collisions on these banners around the outside. I hate when tracks have collisions on those. If you go off the track in one little bit, you're screwed. Hard reset. So that's a lap already. The track doesn't seem too difficult at all. However, I do think it will be one of those where to master it and really get those fastest lap times, you're really going to have to put some time in and learn the best lines. It looks quite easy to go off the track in some places, so it will be interesting as well to see what the timing gates are like. I need to remember to brake a bit more down here. Brake, 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 brake. There's no inside rut, so I'll just rail the outside. Double that. Don't think I'd be able to stretch that out on a 250. Maybe when the track gets a bit rough and the jumps can be a bit more pop. But for now on a flat track, I don't think tripling that uphill's doable. Let's try the inside down here. I didn't do that last time. Well, that's okay. I just have to remind myself to check up a bit if I want to take the inside there. I'm thinking maybe the outside might be quick then, because you get to scrub the tabletop afterwards and stay low rather than have to check up and potentially going a bit higher. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of screenshots taken over these massive jumps looking down at the track in the background. I reckon that might even be the thumbnail of this video. I haven't decided yet. I'll do that after the video's done. Right, so I might actually have to soften the suspension up a bit. I won't do it in this video, but just as a note for this track, I don't usually have different setups per track, but this is one of the only tracks I've played so far that's had like pre-built-in short choppy bumps. For the most part, tracks just seem to have rollers where my normal supercross suspension, which is what I think I copied right now. I run on the majority of national tracks anyway, so it tends to cope quite well with most tracks, but this one could get a little bit rougher, especially when you get an actual event going, you know, when you're 20 minutes deep into a race with 20 or so people and the track's just absolutely beating the shit. Let's try some of the other ruts. Okay, so that rut's fast. I don't know if I can double in there either. I might have to treat them as rollers and just try and skim across the top of them all. I feel like there might be some good diversity between the 250s and 450s. Just with sections like that, you might be able to go over them completely on the 450. Or coming in way too hot there. Okay. There was a couple little, I think, not if that was flat track there, I think I'd be absolutely fine, but there was a couple of little, okay, say that again. There was a couple of little bumps that unsettled the bike going into that turn, so I couldn't brake as much as I wanted to. Right, so we jump back down here. This is the hill where I want to check up a bit more again. I just bang it down into like first gear and let the engine brake. Yeah. I'm going to try and see if I can triple up again, so double, oh no, I'm not even going to try it, okay, stick with the back wheel. I feel like this is a little bit slower. I think maybe hitting the left-hand side of the first jump and then doubling might be quicker there. I'll try that inside again next lap. I'm just going to stick to the outside here. Oh, you have to check up a little bit on the outside as well. Ooh, that's a toughie. I reckon they'll both be quite similar when it comes to race pace. Can we get backwards? No, I can't get backwards. I might have to change my back brake at some point, because I've got it at the moment where it's very, very difficult for it to lock up, but when it comes to like just racing and things, it's absolutely fine, but when you want to have a bit of fun and maybe step the back end out on the face of a jump, you want it to be able to lock up. So I can't up on this game with my current setup. I'll leave that to Thailand to do the uppos. It seems pretty good. Nothing too difficult around these parts of the track. Let's see what the outside's like here. Outside seems very quick. I feel like that'll be one of those corners where everyone will start on the inside, and then the rougher it gets throughout the race, you'll see people going further and further out wide. Nice easy jump here. You can scrub that quite hard on the 250 and it's still fine. I should be doubling around that the whole way. I think every lap so far I've rolled it a little bit, so I'm going to try and remember this next lap round to properly get over it. Yeah, skimming these doesn't seem too bad. Didn't set myself up for the corner well at all. So I'm just going to try it all the way around the outside of the bottom of this hill this time, see if I can avoid those choppy bumps, which you can, so that the bumps are more towards the middle of the track going into those ruts, which makes sense from a track building point of view. You don't want the bumps to be the same all the way across the track, otherwise it'll make one line super dominant. So very well done for that aspect of it. Just remember going back in the old sim days of watching Checkers, if anyone remembers, making tracks, and oh god, that's what happens. I start talking about random things and I completely forget what's coming up. Yeah, just watching Checkers and his thought process on making tracks and making sure that there's no one line that's super dominant. So I did want to go inside there and then double here and double my way up the rest of the hill, but I screwed the camera up a bit so I couldn't get it properly. See the inside like here. No, I think that inside's quite quick as well. It's going to be interesting landing on that little bump there when the track gets a bit rough. Right, so check up a bit. Oh no, it seems a little bit awkward. You have to check up a lot on that inside. I think outside might be the play there. Inside here seems fairly self-explanatory. I don't think there's even any point experimenting with the outside. Try all the way around the outside down here. You just keep it absolutely tapped. You can. And then little choppy braking bumps make it a bit awkward to stop in time for this right. The front end's really going to be fighting you around this track when it gets super rough. Okay, and you can send it into the face of that jump and still clear it, no problem. I'll try the inside here, I haven't done that yet. Seems okay, but I think the outside is probably a bit faster there. Let's try to tie it inside. Or you can see there, I went a little bit too far on the inside of it and it kind of grabbed the front wheel. I got quite lucky that I didn't go down there, but that's something to keep note of. And so there is like a limit to how fast you can go. If you crank it over too far, you will crash. Right, I want to double around this time. All the way up and over. Okay, no, that's fine, that feels quite nice and flowy. Try the outside, down here. Can I get the double? I missed it a little bit. Oh, got over the second one then. Okay, that's interesting. So, don't know which one would be faster actually, going around the outside and doubling, or middle inside and just bouncing off the top of them. Try this tight inside. Well, I quite like how that felt. That looks quite easy to drag your bars on the banking on the inside there though, so might be a bit of a risky line. I stick to the outside when it comes to time for the racing. That inside might be a qualifying time only sort of line. When you just go balls to the wall and try and send it as hard as you can. Get on the brakes. Brakes. Oh, that's a really technical corner that. I'm going to turn left at the top of this hill and try and get that downhill again, just to get a bit more practice on it. You know? So there's nothing wrong with not completing laps all the time, going and practicing one bit of track that you might be struggling on. So I think I might have to start braking sooner, because I'll just brake as soon as I land that first double. Yeah, it seems okay, but my actual speed down the hill was nowhere near as fast that time round. I'll try and skim these rather than double. That's not terrible either. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. I still think... I don't know, because if you're doubling, you're going a little bit higher, so you're in the air, you're not really moving forwards. Might have to play with that one a little bit more, and see my thoughts on that one. There's a couple of bits of this track so far where I'm a bit unsure on what might be fastest. It's one of those where you need to get into a serve with some people, have a little bit of an experiment, or I suppose hop into testing and properly take notice of your lap times. 2-minute lap times as well at the moment. I'm not sure if I've crashed every lap, but that is that's a long old lap time. Especially when it comes time to qualifying, that's a long time to try and be perfect for. What I'll do is try and rip one more lap after this. Just try and send it, see if I can like a fast lap in as like a banker time. Then you guys that just hop on the track as well and start playing it, you've kind of got something to compare it to. So this is my first time on the track full stop, so it'll be a good comparison for you to see how you pick up a track, how you approach it as well. So let's go. So I'm going to try and go middle right here. Oh, that was so close to going down. That SpongeBob definitely has collisions. I felt it as I went past. Luckily I barely brushed it, so it didn't send me to the ground. I do like the 250 round it though, it does feel good. I think the 450 might be a bit of a struggle, which you've got to check up in a lot of places. Oh, no, shit. Right. Let me quickly, just for the sake of getting a hot lap in, let's empty her out, get low fuel, clean the bike up a bit, and luckily as well the finish line's right here, so I'm going to quickly shoot over here. Does this fence have collisions? It does! Shit. Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way around this. I shouldn't have gone this way around. It's alright, we can join the track here. And as well, I will set a track marker here, just in case we crash in the first couple of turns. If I do crash like halfway around the track, I won't bother resetting. I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long. So that was a better turn that time. Can't quite get the double there. I'm not going to make that rut, so I'm not even going to try and get into it. But I reckon that will save a good half a second or so alone by getting onto that inside or middle rut. Don't do the front end, it's all good. I'm just going to use the inside down here to be safe. Not as built up as you'd think that outside, so if you come in there a bit too hot, quite easy to go over the berm. That's something to take notice of as well. My 1350 gearing seems to be working quite well for these hills. Sometimes it can be quite hard trying to find a gear that's just right. You can be revving too much or too little. This downhill is very difficult. You've got to really take your time with it. Oh my god, that was accidentally really sick. I didn't mean to do that wheelie up the face of that. Can I make it to the inside up here? I can. Don't go off the track. Oh, there's definitely going to be some parts of this track that will be main culprits for ruining lap times. I can feel that already. I will. I'll finish this lap time off. Oh, I mean, I'm only 1.6 seconds off, so either I was ripping before that, I wasn't paying attention to the time, or I've crashed every single lap, which I feel like I might have. But that's to be expected when you're just on the track for the first time. I'll finish this lap off, and I will. I'll sign off the video. might as well give you my thoughts actually whilst I'm finishing this off. I think this track is very, very well done. You can tell a lot of time has been put into it, and the track's actually been tested thoroughly as well. I mean, sometimes you get a bit too much environment and the track lacks a little bit, but this is a really good mixture. I can tell in a lot of the corners that it's been thought into the ruts. It's not just like, right, we'll just have 3 ruts in this corner and that's it. They all seem to be slightly different. He hasn't just copy and pasted the same line over and over, which in turn will make for really, really good racing. Makes you think about your line choice. The track flows well. There's no parts of the track where I feel like don't really represent real life very well. It's not like I'm slamming on the brakes for every single jump on the 250, or it's not like I'm really struggling to get over everything and having to be on the limit, stretching it as far as I can. But yeah, all in all, very well done. Very good track, Agitato. That's very impressive. I should probably check to see if he's done any more tracks. Yeah, like my normal self, I haven't done loads and loads of research. But I hope you've enjoyed that. It's I didn't want to call it a track walk game because it's a little bit different from the normal track walks. Hopefully you can find some of the line choices and the thought processes a bit more helpful. Just to let you know what I look for, at least when I approach a track for the first time. Maybe you can implement some of them things as well. You know, just get out there and try different lines on the tracks. Maybe change how you approach the track. You don't always go for a heater for the first time. And yeah, that'll do it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I am planning for tomorrow's video, if you're watching this on the day of release that is, to be the first episode of the MTX Moto Tracks playthrough that I'm hoping to do all of. I haven't even seen if the game will let me fully save yet or not. Hopefully you'll tune in for that and everyone will enjoy that as well. That's probably the video that I'm most looking forward to on my entire channel so far. So yeah, thank you for watching, have a lovely day, and until I catch you guys next time, peace.